Welcome to the Monmouth County Virtual Library. Please visit monmouthcountylib.org for more information. Welcome. My name is Stephen Russell. This is yoga stretching for relaxation. Keep in mind that you have a wisdom about your body that no one else has. Use that wisdom to decide if you should do anything. And if you do decide to do something, use that wisdom to decide how deeply to move in that direction. Create sensations that are helpful, may be somewhat uncomfortable, but don't move into anything that is dangerous or painful. Begin by standing. It's probably a good idea to be barefoot. If you're wearing shoes or socks, they can get in the way. If you're wearing socks, they can get slippery. If you have bare feet, especially on a yoga mat or on a bare floor, it can be much less slippery. So be mindful of your feet. Relax your feet. Let the bones spread out. Let the toes relax. Allow the body to line itself up above each other so that the body is relatively tall and vertical and relaxed. Turn the palms facing forward. Spread the fingers, keeping the arms as straight as they can be comfortably. As you inhale, bring the arms overhead, as far overhead as they seem to want to go. As you exhale, slowly bring the arms back down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Relax. We're going to combine that movement and breathing pattern with some leg work. We're going to lift the left knee up as high as it seems to want to be able to go, and you can still remain standing on the right foot. And then bring the left foot out to the left and bend the left knee a little bit. So again, you decide how deeply to go in this direction, and then pick up the knee again, come back to the center, and bring the right foot down. So that movement will be on the inhale, lift the left knee, move the left foot out to the left on the floor, bend the left knee as deeply as you decide you should on the exhale. Inhale, bring the left knee back up, come back to the middle. Exhale, bring the left foot down. Again, inhale, lift. Exhale, step to the left, bend the left knee. Inhale, bring the left knee up, come back to the middle. Exhale, bring the left foot down. We'll do that once on the left side, and then we'll do it on the right side. Inhale, lift the right knee. Exhale, bring the right foot to the ground on the right, bend the right knee. Inhale, bring the right knee back up, come back to the middle. Exhale, bring the right foot down. We'll combine that, alternating left foot, right foot, combined with the arms coming overhead. Inhale, left knee. Exhale, bring the arms down. Inhale. Exhale, bring the left foot down. Now on the right. Inhale, right knee. Exhale, right foot to the right, bend the right knee. Inhale, lift the right knee. Exhale, come down. Alternating back and forth. Left, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Right, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more each side. Inhale, left, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, right, exhale. Inhale, exhale, and relax. moving safely, moving as deeply as you decide you should, and being safe, creating sensations that are helpful, not worrying about how deep you go, only going as deeply into a movement as you decide is wise. We're going to come into what I'll call a forward fold, folding this part of the body against that part of the body. Start by taking the hands to the tops of the front of the legs, tops of the thighs. Bend the knees as much as you need to, and then fold, letting the hands come down to the knees. Maybe you rest here. Maybe you go deeper and the hands come down closer to the feet. Bend the knees enough that the chest and the belly come up against the thighs. Place the hands just above the bent knees. Use your hands to help come back up. On the exhale, we'll fold. On the inhale, we'll come back up. You can leave the hands above the knees. You can let them slide down. You can let the hands move away from the body and just dangle down. You can use the hands on the legs to help you back up, or if you don't need that, just let the hands come back up on their own. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come back up. One more. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come back up, and relax. Keeping the arms as straight as you can comfortably keep them, bring them overhead so that they are as vertical as possible. If you need to bend the elbows a little to get the arms more overhead, then bend the elbows. Otherwise, keep the arms straight. If the shoulder blades come up, try to keep the shoulder blades down where they are when you're just standing relaxed. So we'll call this arms overhead. We'll come here on the inhale. Relax the arms. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, arms come down. This time when we come down, bring the arms straight and horizontal. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, arms horizontal. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, arms horizontal. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, relax. Keeping the body, the spine, the neck, fairly tall and vertical. So not coming off of vertical, keeping the body tall and vertical. We're going to do that where you bring the arms overhead on the inhale and bring the arms horizontal on the exhale, but this time on the exhale, twisting around toward the right, as far around as you decide you should go. Maybe just a little, maybe all the way so that you're looking behind. Go as far as you can keep vertical and it seems safe. We'll alternate. Exhale to the right the first time, exhale to the left the second time. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, right. Inhale, arms overhead, face forward. Exhale, left. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, right. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, left. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, right. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, left. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, relax. We're going to do the forward fold again, but this time bring the feet wider apart than they normally are. You decide how wide apart the feet can safely be so that the feet are flat on the ground. We'll do the same forward fold where you can have the hands on the legs. Maybe they stay above the knees. Maybe the arms dangle down. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Come as far as you decide is wise and safe. You can use the hands on the legs above the knees to help yourself back up. So again, you decide how wide the feet should be. There's no requirement. This time we'll bring the arms overhead on the inhale, exhale, forward fold. On the inhale, bring the spine horizontal and as flat as it can be. And then exhale, come back down, inhale all the way back up. I'll do it from the side. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, horizontal. Exhale, fold. You can use the hands above the knees. Inhale, come back up, arms overhead. Exhale, relax. We'll do that whole thing again. I'll face forward. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, horizontal. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come back up, arms overhead. Exhale, relax. Bring the left arm overhead as vertical and as straight as it can be. And again, if the shoulder blade comes up, try to keep the shoulder blade back down. Take the right hand to the left wrist. Use the right hand to gently make the left hand go a little higher. And then as you're getting longer and longer through the left arm, use the right hand to bring the left arm toward the right. Go as far as you decide is safe and helpful. Maybe a little uncomfortable, but not anywhere near dangerous or painful. This allows you to feel a stretch all along the side. Resist twisting in, which will take this stretch out. Come back up, let go, arms come down. Bring the right arm overhead, the right arm as straight and as vertical as it can comfortably be. Left hand to the right wrist. Use the left hand to make the right arm go longer and longer as you bring the right hand toward the left. Go as far as you decide is helpful and safe. Feel the stretch all the way along the right side of the body. Slowly come back up, let go, and relax. We're going to move toward a position and then stay in that position for as long as we determine it's safe and wise to stay there. Keep in mind, you don't have to move at all into this position. If you do decide to move into this position, decide how far is safe. Bring the feet somewhat apart and let the toes kind of point out to the sides a little bit. We're going to bend the knees. When you bend the knees, make sure that when the knees bend, they move out over the toes. Try to keep the knees from bending toward each other. Use the hands on the tops of the thighs and you can just rest them there and decide how deeply is a good idea to bend the knees. And again, keep the knees bending out over the toes. You can use the hands to help the knees stay apart, not letting the knees come together. If this is comfortable, stay here. If this is not comfortable, come back out. If it's comfortable to bend the knees and have the hands rest above the knees, stay here. If it's comfortable to go any deeper, come down so that the elbows are on the insides of the knees. And the elbows can help the knees from coming toward each other. If you need to move the feet so that the feet stay flat on the ground. If it's comfortable here, stay here. If not, come back up. If you're comfortable down here with the elbows inside the knees, bring the palms together and decide if the thumbs can come any closer to the chest. Stay here for as long as it seems safe. Come out kind of backwards of the way we came in when you need to come out. Slowly come out kind of backwards of the way we came in. Slowly bring the feet back together. Maybe shake them out a little bit. Find your way to hands and knees. From hands and knees, move your right foot out to the right and bring your right foot where it can be on the ground so that your right leg can be completely straight. And then start to move this inside of the right thigh down toward the ground. You might feel a stretch on the inside of the right leg. Create a sensation that is helpful, safe, not dangerous or painful. You can stay here, you can come back. If you're comfortable here with your right leg out to the right, decide if it's a good idea to sit back on the left heel at all. If that's a safe sensation, it might bring a little bit deeper stretch. When you need to, come back up and bring the right knee back in. If your seat is down on your left heel, slowly come back up. Bring the right knee back to hands and knees, and we'll go on the left side. Bring the left leg out to the left and move the foot so that the left leg can be completely straight. Start to press this inside of the left thigh down toward the ground. Create a safe stretching sensation. If it's wise to sit back onto the right heel. If the seat is back down on the right heel, slowly come back up. Bring the left knee back to hands and knees. Be mindful of your knees. They much more easily bend in this direction. They move a little bit off of that kind of a bend, but not very far. So be mindful of how far you manipulate the knees. From hands and knees, slide the left knee forward and stretch the right leg behind so that you're moving the right knee more down onto the ground. So now that the left leg is folded directly above onto itself, which is probably the safest way to bend the left knee. If it's wise, if it doesn't create a dangerous, painful sensation, to move the right knee toward the left, you can create a stretching sensation in this area by moving this leg more this way. If this is not comfortable, come back. If this is comfortable, you might want to explore coming down onto the forearms and bringing the upper body closer down toward the ground. You can move this leg more in if that's a better sensation. If you're down on the forearms, come back up onto the palms. If you are somewhat twisted in this direction, slowly bring this right leg back to the right so that the leg is bent on itself again. If you've remained in this safe bend, slowly come back up to hands and knees. And we'll go on the other side. Slide the right knee forward, stretch the left leg back. If this is the best way for you to stay this way, the leg folded on itself. If you want to explore bringing the left knee toward the right, move this right leg into a place that creates a safe stretching sensation in this area. You can stay up on the palms, you can come down onto the forearms. If you're on the forearms, come back up to the palms. If you're somewhat twisted toward the right, work the left knee back so that your right leg is folded on itself. Slowly come back up to hands and knees. From hands and knees, start to move the seat back closer to the heels. Decide how close to the heels the seat can comfortably be. Keeping the seat close to the heels, bring the forehead closer to the ground. Slowly come back up. You can do the same thing again, or you can cross the right ankle on top of the left ankle and then sit back. A little bit different stretch. Slowly come back up. If you've crossed the ankles, uncross. If you cross the right ankle on top of the left that time, cross the left ankle on top of the right this time, or keep the ankles uncrossed. Sit back, forehead down. Slowly come back up. If the ankles are crossed, uncross. We're going to bring the right arm into this 90-degree angle with the palm facing down on the ground. I'm going to mirror that with the right leg bent at 90 degrees and then the inside of this right foot on the ground. I'm going to keep the left arm just along the side of the body. Try to let this inside of the right thigh and the inside of this right shoulder sink down toward the ground. You can rest the right ear on the ground if that's more comfortable. Slowly come back to the center so that you can go on the other side. So that right arm at a 90 degree left arm at a 90 degree, left leg at 90 degrees. And let this left shoulder and the inside of this left thigh kind of sink down toward the ground. You can turn onto the right ear if that's comfortable. Slowly come back. I'm going to move toward both arms at 90 degrees, both legs. But I'm going to work with my body and only go as far as I create a safe stretching sensation. It's going to look something like this. That's about as far down as my hips seem that they should go. I'm just going to kind of let gravity pull a little bit. But I've created an uncomfortable sensation, but it feels completely safe. And I'm not going to stay here very long. It seems that now would be a good time to very carefully come up and very carefully bring the knees back together and come to sit. Legs out in front, hands behind to help support your spine so that it doesn't hunch very much. And I like to call this windshield wipers. Bend the left knee, bring the left foot closer to the inside of the right thigh. I'm going to bend this right knee a little bit so that I can sit up more vertical, my spine more tall and more vertical. So that's, you might need to bend this right knee. Face toward the right leg. And then just like the forward fold, I'm going to use the hands on the leg to fold this part of my body up against this part of my body, the chest and the belly up against the right thigh. And the hands are going to help. I am only going to go as far as I feel comfortable, safe, and helpful. I'm going to bring my forehead closer to my knee. Slowly come back up. Straighten out the left leg, bend the right knee, right foot closer to the inside of this left thigh. Bend the left knee if you need to sit up more tall, more vertical. I'm going to bend this knee enough that this part of my body, the belly and the chest, actually touches this left thigh. Slowly come back up, straighten out the right leg, hands on the ground behind, legs back together, windshield wiper. Bring the soles of the feet pressing into each other. And then bring the heels as close in to the rest of you as you find safe, helpful, wise. You can have the hands on the ankles, hands on the feet, hands around the toes. A little pull can help your spine to get longer, more in a straight line, unhunched. Then let gravity kind of pull the knees down closer to the ground. I'm going to just use a little bit of muscle to assist that knees moving down toward the ground. You can use the elbows for a little bit of compassionate, safe assistance in letting the knees move a little closer to the ground if you wish. Slowly come back up, carefully bring the knees back together, straighten out the legs, and windshield wiper. Just like we did forward fold, bend the knees enough that you can bring the chest and the belly up against the thighs. The hands can be under the knees, the hands can be closer to the ankles, the hands can be on the toes, just to assist enough that this chest and belly come up against the thighs. Close the eyes and just pay attention to your breathing. Slowly come back up. You can keep both legs out in front. If it's comfortable, to bend this right knee and bring this right foot closer in, this right heel closer in toward the right hip, then have the right leg in this position. Bend the left knee if you need to sit so that your spine is more vertical. Anyone remember the Brady Bunch? Staying vertical without moving the body, just the head. Look up. I think that was Mike. And down. I think that was Carol, right? Mike, Carol. Or over it, the kids on the left, or a kid on the right, kid on the left, right. Remember there was one up there, and one down there, and one up there, and one over there, and one down there. So just keep looking back and forth, left to right, different Brady Bunch kids. Don't forget about Mike, Carol. I guess that means that we're Ann B. Davis. Straighten out the right leg if the right knee's bent. If it's comfortable to bend the left knee, left heel closer to the left hip. And again, we'll play Brady Bunch. Face back toward the center, straighten out the left leg, a little windshield wiper. Come to lie, face up. Bend the knees, bring the feet flat on the ground. Leave the right foot where it is on the ground. Draw the left knee in so that you can place both hands, either interlace the fingers just below the knee or interlace the fingers on the opposite side of the thigh. And begin to straighten out the left leg and move the left leg toward the chest at the same time. Decide how straight the left leg can be and how close in the left leg can be. Bend the left leg, release the left leg, left foot on the ground, draw the right knee in, interlace the fingers maybe below the right knee or maybe on the opposite side of the thigh. Begin to straighten out the right leg and draw the right leg in. Bend the right leg, release the right leg, right foot on the ground, and relax. Draw both knees in toward the chest, one hand on the top of each knee. Draw the knees closer in. Try to keep the tailbone close to the floor, if not touching the floor at the same time. You can stay here. If it works out for your body, to start to straighten the legs so that you can reach the hands to the outside edges of the feet. Use the hands to draw the knees down closer toward the floor. If the hands are on the feet, release the hands. Slowly bring the feet closer together, and then slowly bring the knees closer together, and continue to draw the knees in toward the chest. Release the knees, bring the feet to the ground, straighten out the legs, turn the palms facing up, close the eyes, and relax. Thank you for attending this program in the Monmouth County Virtual Library. Please visit monmouthcountylib.org for more information and to sign up for the e-newsletter to stay current on all of the Monmouth County Virtual Library programs.